Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May 15th, 2017, and believe it or not, we're almost done with this month of May, believe it or not. I'd like to make this announcement right now. Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary. My dear mother died of a sort of heart disease that I forgot about. I know it sounds pretty sad that your son doesn't know how you died. But at the end of the day, some things were meant to be kept secret, or some was not. But anyway, we have a nice jam-packed show for you this afternoon. Lots of news to cover, lots and lots of good stuff to happen. With that being said, I am Matthew Taylor. Welcome to the Monday Twitch edition of Binge Live. And also, before I begin this very special episode, I like to say that we are adding a new thing to this. I don't know if we're going to try to implement this today. If it doesn't happen, then it will possibly show up next time or whenever. It's still a work in progress, but we're going to test it out for this episode. You see, there will be a little bug right there that says MTN, which is translated to the Matthew Taylor Network. Obviously, television network based off yours truly. And also, usually there is a rating up there for in case this goes to YouTube, so they can at least have an idea of what we're looking at here, or what is going to be expected to be said out of me. Even though, considering the state of YouTube, it's pretty obvious that even putting your own rating up there beforehand, before your advertisers or your MCMs rated themselves. So besides that point, I would like to say this is going to be a new thing implemented. I don't know if it's going to happen today. If it does happen today, you'll see it. If it doesn't, then we'll try next show. If it doesn't have next show, we'll keep trying, because here at Binge, we never stop to get what we want. We never stop. Alright then, so with that being said, let's get into our first bit of news for this afternoon. Alright then, so you guys remember the Lego movie? It wasn't a movie that I really liked, it sounded so cool when you first heard of it, but then once you went to go see it, and I can tell you the story, it was, the movie released, I think, February 12th or something, 2014, went the day after February 13th, it was February 13th, 2014, I went to the movie theater and I got myself a ticket. I met a friend of mine there, which I knew that, I guess I'm going to see a movie with a friend today. Hey, good stuff. And then I came to realize that there was like a huge crowd, like, telling you it was bigger than Buddha's pews. And believe it or not, they were all going to see the Lego movie. So was I. That was the first time I've ever been to a movie where I would see an intense crowd. When I mean an intense crowd, I mean a crowd that can fill this room up twice that I'm sitting in. So I went to go see the Lego movie. I sat in the very far back. There's like two seats that usually is in the far back. Like, there's two of them. Then there's just two individual seats side by side. I sat on the furthest left of that seat, and I knew that if all these people came to crowd around and see this movie, then shit, this better be a good movie. This better be worth my $13.50, I think I paid for it. I went to go see it. I couldn't say it was good or bad. It's somewhere in the middle, like the so-so type of thing. I couldn't say it was good, but it was like somewhere in there. The reason why it didn't seem so good is because, it felt so bland and it felt so mundane and mediocre-ish. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, mediocre. It's because, when you really look at the film itself, it was okay. Like, it felt like a normal adventure film that would be well for the kids, but then it just got too real when it went to the real life sequence, and it just gotten boring, but I expected that for someone who created Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Like, that movie was boring also, so I ain't surprised. Believe it or not, a few years after that, the sequel and the Lego Batman movie was released, out came a TV series from Warner Brothers, the same people who brought you atrocious Titans Go, is making a series based off a minor character in the film. The character name is Unikitty. And apparently due to copyright rights here on possibly Twitch and YouTube, I am not allowed to show the clip from the movie. You can go online and go on YouTube or wherever and look up the clip if you wish, but I can't show it to you at your own advance because copyright rules. Copyright is the most hard-hitting thing on the internet nowadays, and it's really disaster. It's really tragic of how us youth are fighting for copyright laws when back in my days we were only fighting over girlfriends and who gets the last pizza rolls. I'm starting to feel pretty young again. Anyway, so according here to where I got this from. I got this from the Hollywood Variety. Yeah. According from the Hollywood Variety, Lego's movie Unikitty gets an animated series on Cartoon Network. And the plot goes like this. As ruler of the kingdom, Unikitty, whose efforts to stay positive and avoid negativity no matter what sometimes make her prone to the occasional rage out. Because I seen the movie, I remember she gets upset at some point. She turns like into a monster, like her brick head just turns a full 90 degrees, and it just becomes, the whole body becomes dark and trying to look demonic for no reason. Occasional rage out keeps busy with royal responsibilities. Unikitty is most interested in making sure everyone is happy and ridding the kingdom of negativity. Yes, this is from the Hollywood Reporter and written by Kimberly Nordike. Alright, the characters in this is going to be, believe it or not, added into this. Such characters are Dr. Fox, which is a scientist. But yeah, let me do you a favor and pull up the picture right now, because I know I can't show it a video of the original movie, but I definitely can show you footage of the actual characters themselves. And here they are right here. I'll just show you the image of the characters as I continue reading along here. Just give it a sec, OBS and Google Chrome aren't such a good mix. It takes a long time just for it to get itself taken off here. Alright then. Anyway, I'll read this part again. Also living in the castle are Dr. Fox, the resident scientist, which is the one, which you can't tell is the one in the lab coat. Sorry. Unikitty's trusty bodyguard, Hawkdial, which of course is the thing that looks like a hawk and a crocodile merged into one body. That is Hawkdial. And also Popcorn. I think the other one name is the one next to Unikitty. I looked it up. I forgot the male character's name out of all people like me. Alright then, so apparently now this is the part where I talk about voice changes. I would love to show more, but apparently the more tabs I open on here, the more it's gonna slow this thing down, so I'm just gonna cut the crap here and get to it. Apparently if you haven't noticed, if you never noticed, Alison Brie voiced the character in the 2014 movie. Tara Strong recently tweeted saying that she is voicing the main character in the series. And this is gonna be, and this is gonna be like Teen Titans Go. Not only the animation is just a sheer, it's not even it's close to Teen Titans Go, but it's gonna be like Teen Titans Go when you have a cast member from Teen Titans Go on the show. So I guess now you can get what I'm saying here, but I've been negative a lot lately, and I should look to the positives. Maybe this will be another legend like Adventure Time or Steven Universe or Uncle Grandpa. Maybe might be just as good as that, or like Clarence. But definitely, I don't want to like it to be Titans Go or Pop-Up Girls 2016. That was horrible. I'm glad my mom died died when that was released because actually she didn't die. She was in the hospital when that released, but thank God she was in the hospital. She on her deathbed, she didn't deserve to see that atrocity last year. She didn't deserve to see that atrocity before she died. Alright then. Anyway, so other characters are going to be, other voice actors going to be Greg Griffin, also known as Lucy Loud from the Loud House, Kate Micucci, I hope I'm saying this right, which apparently, if you haven't noticed, she is the current day voice actor for Velma on Be Cool Scooby-Doo, which I call Family Guy Scooby-Doo. Just look at the animation style, honestly. Like, you can't tell me this is like something Seth MacFarlane would make. But if you don't know her from there, then I guess then how about Sadie from Steven Universe? Don't know her there? Well, how about I give you something that really matters? You know that song, Therefore Fuck Me in the Ass Cause I Love Jesus? That song, well, if you look in the video, she is the black-haired girl that sings along with the blonde. Yes, indeed. She is not, when she's not talking about sex and Christianity, she is voicing Cartoon Network based characters. It's just fabulous of how careless Turner can be with their casting. It's very funny of how careless Turner and Warner Bros. Time Warner can be with their casting and their matter to the family friendly audience. I was always told, Matt, you have to be pure no matter what. Like you can't be known as stealing. You can't go to jail. You can't be hated by nobody. In order to get a good life, you must be good to people. Apparently, Cartoon Network, aka Turner and Time Warner, don't really care about that. That as long as because at least you voiced two characters and made a religiously not an unfamily friendly religious song about sex, then that's okay. Because shit, we're Cartoon Network, my nigga. I didn't mean to say that, but anyway, because shit, we're Cartoon Network. Or if you don't want to tiptoe with us, fam. Right, so also there'll be Roger Craig Smith, who was also on Cartoon Network as Thomas, that goat character from regular show. Eric Bauza, the legend who voiced Bellybag, and a dysfunctional looking duck on Nickelodeon who farts a lot and has a ridiculously large tuchus for a bird. Shocking, I know. And finally, H. Michael Kroner, who he is the king of minor roles, and mostly I found him to relate mostly to Pickle and Peanut, which is a Disney XD show. Out of all my hopes is that Unikitty doesn't turn out like Titans Go or Pop-Up Girls 2016 or Ben 10 2016, because all those three shows can just ride in hell early. Like Teen Titans Go can be the first one to go. The other two, they just need some improvement. It's very good. Pop-Up Girls can go to hell too. To the 2016 version, it can go to hell. The Ben 10 2016 one, they really had no reason to. Actually, I don't blame them. They overused the franchise back in 2008, and even the point where they show new episodes on Boomerang before when they're on Cartoon Network. So I ain't surprised they're wasting more blood on that series also. You see, that's why when I'm planning to make a revival of the hit show Animaniacs, I am in no way giving it to Cartoon Network nor Boomerang. That's why I started the Matthew Taylor Network, or MTN, is to make programming that actually doesn't kill brain cells, but instead it kills brain cells while you're being entertained. For Cartoon Network and Nick, it kills brain cells just on sight with no filter, no nothing. Just kills it. It's just like a bullet to your head. Just one quick shot and that's it. You're done. Alright, then let's get to our next topic here. Let's pull that up, shall we? So apparently Nickelodeon, doing good for itself, very good, is making a VR like a R&D focused interlab. Hold on while I play it. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Nickelodeon is doing pretty well for itself in this day and age. I think this is it right here. Come on. Bigger. I think this is what they were talking about. You see here, it looks just beautiful. It makes me wish I didn't really live here in New York, you know. New York is so boring here, so whack, like you kids say it. Anyway, here's the story from Deadline Hollywood of Denise Petsky. Nickelodeon's R&D focused lab, and quoted by s1ep18, the CEO of Nickelodeon, and I think she has affiliations with Viacom also. Our entertainment lab is a way to give our artists and creators access to innovative tools to inspire new ways to tell stories for the next generation of kids. This new lab will be headed by Chris Young, who is the Senior Vice President of Nickelodeon Lab. And from what I'm seeing here, it's going to be possibly just perfect, you know? It's going to be nice for the kids, you know, enough fart sound effects and annoying high-pitched laughter just to entertain just even the most, I don't want to say stupidest, but the most easily entertained type of people, you know? It's just that good enough. It's just good enough for that. It's just that good enough. Alright then, so I always said that I don't want to talk about Disney or no Disney related stuff, but these next two topics are going to be talked about a lot. Alright then, so apparently Disney XD, now the Weeaboo channel for now the little kids Weeb channel, due to their excessive amount of anime that they stole from other networks, with the exception of Yokai Watch, which Disney XD aired on their channel long before they rebrand themselves into the children version of Crunchyroll. Apparently, if you haven't heard, Disney has been doing numerous anime acquisitions, such as Pokemon from Cartoon Network, Digimon from Nicktoons, because let's not forget, Digimon was always on Nicktoons before Disney XD. Like, I'm not impressed with Disney XD. Like, this is what worries me, because Disney XD wasn't able to keep Doraemon on the air, because they aired it in the midday slot time rather than airing it like in the afternoon. However, in the fall, they did air it in the afternoon, like at 5:30, but that wasn't good enough to keep up ratings. So that's why I wasn't comfortable with looking at Disney XD's anime lineup, because just like roaches to raid, they'll be dead in a second.